Hello, I'm Hannah Miller. This is speech number 2 for CST 100, and here's my audience. Does anyone here like the idea of being able to go outside and pick your own vegetables? How about gathering fresh eggs and milk every morning? Or what about having the opportunity to make your own soap without the harsh added chemicals? I know I do. Well, just like you and I, many people in the United States are starting their own homesteads. When I was growing up, my family was very involved in the homesteading lifestyle. We raised chickens, cows, and had a large garden to help ease the financial burden of grocery store prices, along with getting all natural products as a result. So today I'd like to speak with you about the homesteading culture and lifestyle. More specifically, I'd like to tell you more about what homesteading actually is, along with some of the pros and cons of living the lifestyle. As Ron Finley says on Natural News, growing your own food is like printing your own money. First, I'd like to explain in more depth of what homesteading actually is. On the speech2.com, it is broadly defined as the commitment to self-sufficiency. In today's world, we have a lot of people participating in what we call urban and suburban homesteading. According to the speech2.com, urban and suburban homesteading is a subset of homesteading, which are people who live in the city or suburbs that still consider themselves homesteaders and try to provide for their own needs within the confines of a small suburban house, yard, or even a tiny city lot. And I have a picture right here. These are some of the smaller scale urban and suburban lots. And then I also have an apartment set up to show you how much you can actually do with such a small space. You can provide for yourself on any type of scale you'd like, whether it be a small garden that would produce enough goods for your family needs, or you can take on the task of farm animals and use their products to make more stuff for your home like soaps, butter, cheese, etc. Essentially, it's all what you make of it. If you go on a bigger scale, you'll obviously get more return. However, starting off on a small scale can be just beneficial if you do your research and find out what products will give you more return based on your needs. Secondly, I'd like to go into detail of some of the pros and cons about partaking in the homesteading lifestyle. There's numerous benefits to running your own homestead, whether it be on a large or a small scale. You can grow fresh fruits and vegetables from your own home without harsh added chemicals. You have the option to raise livestock knowing they're getting an antibiotic-free, all-natural diet. Or you can also get creative and make soap from your animal's milk, which is good for your skin, and again, all natural. Another pro is that you can recycle the leftovers. Did your chickens lay too many eggs? Do you not need 4 quarts of milk this week? You can give it to your other animals, and you save money and eliminate waste in the process. Homesteading can also create a bonding experience in your family. It's also a learning tool for kids as they will learn various types of foods, where they come from, life cycles of animals, and if they participate in the daily chores, it can give them an added sense of pride and responsibility. In a personal interview on the topic with my father, he stated that when I was younger, I always worked hard when it came to all the farm tasks, and he thinks that it has helped build a strong work ethic that has carried on throughout the years. With all the pros that we've listed so far, there are some cons as well. Keep in mind that if you set up your homestead on a large scale, that it can seem like a full-time job. Daily tasks can consist of early morning feedings, watering gardens, harvesting crop, cleaning pens, rounding up the animals, evening feedings, and milking livestock 1 to 2 times a day, and many more tasks depending on the type of animals or how many gardens you decide to do. This can pose a hurdle if you already work a full-time job. You can get overwhelmed by the number of tasks at hand, or you may just not have enough time in the day to get it all accomplished. From a money standpoint, it can also be difficult to get started if you do not have the cash flow for seeds, soils, fencing, livestock, or supplemental feed up front. Also, some areas do not allow you to have certain livestock on your property, so you would need to check the city and state ordinances before you jump into your new adventure. In closing, today we've talked about the homesteading lifestyle and culture. We've gone over the true meaning of homesteading. Specifically, we went over how it's a self-sufficient lifestyle and that you can practice this culture in some ways no matter where you live, whether it be an urban household with a tiny yard, a suburban area with a bigger yard, or an apartment and you only have a patio. We also spoke about a few of the pros and cons associated with the lifestyle. We learned that you can start on any size scale that you wish, but there can be some hurdles to start on a larger size. I'd like to leave you with a quote today by Barbara Kingsolver from her book Animal Vegetable Miracle, A Year of Food Life. When we traded homemaking for careers, we were implicitly promised economic independence and worldly influence. But a devil of a bargain it has turned out to be in terms of daily life. We gave up the aroma of warm bread rising, the measured pace of nurturing routines, the creative task of molding our family's tastes and zest for life. We received in exchange the minivan and the Lunchable.
That was